Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
And today, we are talking about dating in your 40s. And when I think about dating in your 40s, the first song that came to mind was Destiny's Child, Independent Women. All my women independent, throw your hands up at me. And when I think of that, it's because I feel like once women get to their 40s, and they're still dating, they're definitely independent. And then you get out there and nobody approaches you. What am I doing? Help me. I need somebody to respond to this and tell me what I need to do, because your girl needs help.
Welcome to Management Highlights Daily. Shout out to Patreon supporter Mr. Anonymous for this video. This is his message. Check this out. Keep me anonymous. Pure gold. Mr. Anonymous, thank you for your video request. Patreon gang salute. Thank you for your support. This is one of those self-explanatory videos where a woman tells on herself, because women always tell on themselves. Just ask them the right questions and let them talk long enough. What makes this video pure gold is that she asks for help. Check this out.
I used to like to stay in the house all the time. And I was like, Crystal, you're never gonna find a man if you don't leave the house. But y'all, even just getting ready, putting the makeup on, doing your hair, finding an outfit, just going to shop for an outfit because you feel like I don't have nothing to wear. And then you get out there and nobody approaches you. What am I doing? I find myself coming home, I've done spent $200 on a meal and drinks and still ain't got no action. What's going on? I'm still trying to figure it out. And people are like, men don't approach you. I'm like, no, nobody approaches me. I'm like, I don't know if I look like I'm mean, or some people say I'm unapproachable. Other people say, oh, you look like you already got a man. I'm like, I don't. I don't know if I need to just put a sign on back. I'm single, ready to mingle, and maybe somebody will holler. But like, I try to like be more conscious of like smiling at people, starting conversation or saying hello, just so the guy can know like, okay, she's interested, or that was an invitation to have a further conversation. But y'all don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Help me. I need somebody to respond to this and tell me what I need to do, because your girl needs help.
Now, we're gonna work a bit backwards on this one. We're going to start with the conclusion, at least the word that describes the conclusion, which is exhausting. The answer to her question of not being approached and why she's still single at 40 years old can all be concluded with the word exhausting. But this is not how women experience the fact that men are not approaching them. Check this out.
And another thing that's really hard about dating in your 40s is, for me, is finding a man that's not intimidated. I've dated, and then men see how I'm living, and it's like, oh, I can't keep up with that. And I'm like, I don't need you to keep up. The things I need from you, of course I want someone who has something going on for themselves. Of course I want somebody who can do the things for me that I can do for them, but it doesn't have to always be on the level that I do it, because that's not what I need you for. I need love, I need affection, I need the love languages. And there's 5, and I need all of them.
Exhausting. We made a whole video about why men are not intimidated by women, so we're not gonna go into that in this video. But you heard what she said, right? She needs all 5 love languages. Not 1, not 2, all. The original video is 42 minutes long. The link is in the description, and we're gonna focus on the main reasons why she is not approached and why she'll most likely remain single forever. We're gonna start with her past. Let's talk about it. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do, because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
Honestly, like, I used to want like the hot boy, you know what I'm saying, that had it going on, the most popular, even from like high school. I always dated like the star of the football team. College, I dated the star of the basketball team. And then it was a phase of my life where I started to attract like dudes that was making a lot of money. And I was in college, and that was when I was exposed to like my first like millionaire boyfriend. And I was like, whoa, this is a different life. And being exposed to that at a very young age was like, it was a lot. You know, and then you get exposed to it, and that's what it's almost like a drug. It's like you get addicted to the life, the access, everything that comes with that. And I saw that like it was a trend. I continued to attract that type of man, somebody that was always like high in stature.
A woman's past matters. Getting to know a woman's past is like reading a book before you decide to become a part of her future. It helps you understand her stories, experiences, and who she has become. It's mind-boggling to me that she doesn't understand why she's not approached, because what she says is profound, fellas. She started attracting these men. She became addicted to these men. And we all know that drug addicts know exactly where to find their fix. However, as she got older, the regular dose is no longer effective or satisfying. Check this out.
I think it was, and I started to even look at men like, okay, yeah, I just want somebody to take care of me. I had that mentality because I didn't have nothing going on. But when I started having something going on and the table started turning, I was making my own money, I was standing on my own 2 feet, I didn't have to depend on him to pay my bills, I could do it on my own. That's when I started looking for different things in a man. I was looking for somebody to take care of me when I was younger, but as I started to come into my own, I was like, no, like I need something deeper. Like it's not all about the fame, it's not about the riches, because those men, I'm not putting all men who make a lot of money or men of stature and high status in the same box, but it's a lot that comes with their life. And you deal with infidelity, you deal with ego, you deal with a lot of loneliness because they're always busy. And those are things like, okay, do I want that? Like, is this the life I want? Do I want to be by myself all the time while he's out doing God knows what? Because he feels like he can, because he's the one bringing all the money in. So when I started making my own money, my whole idea of what I wanted in a man started to change.
This is pure gold. The price went up. The fiend needs a higher dose of that feel-good Kool-Aid. This happens to women in general. The moment women don't have to directly rely on a man to get resources, she feels entitled to more than she already has. She just explained to us why she can't keep a high status man or a high value man. But we're gonna use reverse psychology to make our point. Check this out.
And not saying that my success defines me, but I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that it didn't boost my confidence and make me like, I don't need you. You know, I can do this on my own. I want you. And there's a difference between needing somebody and wanting somebody. When you want them, it's a choice. I'm making a choice to be with you. When I need you, it's like, nigga, I'm not gonna be able to survive if I don't have you. And the need turns into something different. Like I need that spiritual connection. I need you mentally, like you have my heart and my soul now. It's not all like tangible things when for where I am now. But yeah, it's definitely changed. I look more on the inside than the outside. It's not all about what you can do for me at this age. It's about how you can feed me. And that's what it really is. How can you feed me? How can you feed my spirit? How can I learn from you? There's guys that like literally can be top NBA players that like, Crystal, I would marry you tomorrow. And I'm like, bruh, the conversation's horrible. Like, I'm a sapiosexual. You get me here, you gonna get me there, okay? you gotta get the mind first. And I'm like, every time I'm on the phone with you, I'm like, and I know you'll buy me every Chanel collection, everything in Gucci. You'll take me on every trip I want to go on. But when we there, what we talking about? Like, it's something about that. Like, I have to be stimulated mentally. So those are the things I look for now as a 40-year-old, and that's what the difference is for sure.
This is exactly how high status men high value men feel about her. Women love to say, I don't need you, but I want you. It just hits different when a man says the same thing, because women see themselves as the prize. In their mind, they're doing us a favor. These men that she wants don't need her and don't want her long term. It's recreational use only. And women always tell on themselves, check this out.
Go ahead and let them fall by the wayside before you come over here, because I need you to be open to receive all that your blessings that God has for you, because I'm a blessing. Okay? I need you to know I'm a blessing. I had one guy tell me, he was like, Crystal, he's like, I just wonder sometimes, am I missing my blessing? Because he's in a very evolutionary phase of his life where talking about he is doing amazing things. And he's like, and I wonder, because of where I am, and I'm in a phase where I have to be selfish, and there are phases in life where you have to focus on yourself. He's like, am I missing my blessing? And I looked up at him and I said, you are. But that's okay. You got to do what you feel is right for you. And if the timing is right and we're supposed to be together, we'll be together when the time is right. And if not, you're a great friend. And I'm here for you. I support you. But you're not about to play with me. We can be cool. We got to keep it just like this. Keep it friendly. Don't play with me when you know that's not what you're ready for.
Hate to break it to you, but you're not a blessing to this man. You are a liability. You are a distraction, and you are exhausting. You're not useful to this man. And once again, she'll tell on herself. Check this out.
I need someone that is emotionally supportive to me, someone that supports my career. And I've found that a lot of men are not in a space of maturity or even have the bandwidth to give me that. They're so used to just buying women and, I'll go do this, I'll pay for this, and everything's gonna be okay. No, I need you to be my homie, my lover, and my friend. And that's where I feel like even dating, I just haven't found all three of those things in a man.
You guys know I took my talents overseas, and I was able to do that because I made smart investments. And as an entrepreneur that works at least 60 hours a week, the last thing I wanted was a career woman. I wanted a helper. This woman is not a helper. She's looking for a wife. If this woman was a helper, this man would have wifed her up in a second because she's useful to him. She could make his life easier. If you listen to her 42-minute video, she says nothing specific about what she does for her man. It's all, I want this, I want that, me. Exhausting. Check this out.
So he's got to be intentional. He's got to be open for something serious, because I'm telling you, when you come over here, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it here, and you're not gonna leave. So yeah, he got to come confident. He got to come intentional and ready.
What about all these men that came before him? Make that make sense. Matter of fact, she's gonna tell us why.
And I still kind of struggle with this. I'm still trying to figure this part out. How we put marital expectations on dating. So we're not married, but I want you to be monogamous, exclusive. I want you to treat me like your wife. And I want all the rewards of a husband, and we're not married.
This is why I don't feel sorry for her, because she might have been with over 50 dudes, but she has 0 rings. Who are the gatekeepers of sex? Women fought for sexual freedom, and they said, you don't need to be my husband. You don't need to be my fiance. You don't even have to be my freaking boyfriend to. And it's these men that you desire that caught on to this message. Hey, I don't have to get married to get punani. Hey, I don't have to take women on dinner dates to get punani. I don't have to listen to this exhausting creature to get punani. Why in the blue hell should I leave punani paradise? The foolishness. Check this out.
The most uncomfortable position to be in a relationship or in a dating phase is to the point where you're like, confused about what we're doing. I talked to this guy for a year and didn't know what we were doing. And when I finally asked him, I was like, so what are we doing? I know guys hate that question. It's like or they hate the we need to talk and they hate the what are we doing? It's like dun dun dun. And I'm like, and I tried to use my tone like, so what are we doing? Not, so what are we doing? I tried to be very particular about how I said it because I didn't want to like scare him or him to go in a shell and be like, oh God, I don't want to talk about this. And he was like, I'm thinking we're dating. And he's like, oh no, he's like, we're getting to know each other. I'm like, bruh, how much knowing do we need to get? Like, come on. Pastor Darius and Pastor Shamika say collecting data. I was like, it ain't that much data to collect. I showed you in 3 months what it was. If you didn't catch it, you didn't catch it. So I'm thinking we dating, and that's the importance of communication because women will be thinking one thing and a man will be thinking another. So I feel like at that point I was in my 30s and I waited a year to kind of figure out what we were doing.
You know what they were doing? Punani Paradise, baby. Now listen carefully.
My parents got engaged within 6 months and they were married by the 8th month. So like it was a very fast track marriage. And my mom always says, it don't take nobody that long to figure out if they want to be with you or not.
Yes, this is it. Mama comes from a different time and society where religion had a significant influence and premarital sex was viewed negatively. This woman is a product of modern Western society where a woman of peak value is encouraged to participate in the hookup culture and prioritize a college degree and a career over pursuing a healthy long-term relationship. People shouldn't be dating in their 40s, especially women. Don't get it twisted. It's not that she's not getting attention, but the men she was once attracting are naturally looking to date younger women. Nowhere in this video does this woman give men, especially high-value men, an incentive to commit to a 40-year-old career woman who has a body count higher than the predator, who does not want children or may not even have the ability to have children, and has unrealistic expectations of how a relationship should work. Just this information alone is exhausting.
Oh, I still want my ring. Whichever way I do it, I need that ring though, okay?
Let's talk about the minimum 8 carats.
Minimum 8. Oh, what Jay-Z say? Rock so big, can't even fit her hand in her new purse. Yeah, I need that. I need that thing. I need the one that I like. Got to take off some days. My baby's just too big. It's just too big. Everything's too big.
We made this channel for men. That's why we started this channel. Not because we hate women. It's because men's voices need to be heard and men need to be educated on the foolishness that's going on so they can protect themselves at all times. The channel is called Manosphere Highlights Dating. We highlight men's issues, female nature, and the effects of society on human behavior. We encourage you to become the best man that you can be. But if you want to know how to do push-ups, then you have to go to the push-ups channel. If you want to know about money, you have to go to the money channel. I've said it many times on this channel that I took my talents overseas. I had to look for content that could help me with that. So I watched a combination of channels: push-up channels, money channels, travel channels, language channels, and manosphere channels. Everything that I had to do to become the best version of myself. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. You know why? Because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we? Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.